I'm going to tell you some facts right now, and you probably don't want to hear it, but MrBeast would watch your family burn for an extra $5. Now, if you've been living under a rock, the MrBeast allegation just comes after the Chris Tyson allegations, where he was talking to some minors in a very explicitive tone, if that's the word explicitive. But I really don't want to get into that, it's quite disgusting. I really don't want to think about it. It's just not good. And I'm just going to set the tone for this channel. I'm not going to be talking about any PDFs. The reason why it's because it's personally disgusting to me and I don't want to talk about it. But MrBeast is currently under fire for obviously faking his videos, and I'm quite surprised that people didn't really think that his videos were faked. Like, if you didn't think that the videos were faked, I'm just going to say you're a moron, mate. He's a business and he's trying to get money, and he's not leaving anything to chance. He is obviously gamifying it. Now, an ex-employee of MrBeast has released a video discussing the work ethics of MrBeast, and it's pretty... Obviously, this man has a grudge against MrBeast, being an ex-employee. I'm just gonna go about and say it. You are an ex-employee and you're just saying all this shit. Fuck you, man. No one's ever gonna work with you again. I'm just gonna guarantee you that right now. The reason why I say that is because if you were just a normal employee for a business and you leave and you just start chatting shit about the company, the chances are of you getting hired by the same company or another company of that matter, then that pretty much makes you unhireable. In his video specifically, just goes down the many rabbit holes of how the videos are structured, and it is a pretty complex system. It's pretty complex. It's pretty much a media company that MrBeast is running, and he talks about illegal gambling and all this shit. I didn't even watch the video because, like, I just hate the guy. I don't know, I look at his face and I just hate him. I already know the person who he is. But he's right about one thing, that MrBeast is actually a scumbag, and he was always a scumbag, just like how most YouTubers are. Anyone who portrays themselves as family friendly, exciting, quote unquote humble, just like Boogie, is bound to be a woman beater. Not calling MrBeast a woman beater. I'm just saying, if you place MrBeast in a situation where he can either save a child or delete his channel, he would never delete his channel. In fact, he will kill that baby with his bare hands. Now, that's a bit explicit, I understand that, but considering the channel is, from what I understand, there was a situation where a company tried to buy his channel for 1 billion. I don't know how accurate that is. MrBeast would club that baby to death. And really, it's no surprise that right after the Chris allegations, that this sort of expose has come around. Usually, when a thing happens, let's just say another YouTuber gets exposed to some pretty shitty things, a bunch of other people start coming about with either true or false allegations. It's like a domino effect. Realistically, if you have a thing to say, you should say it. You shouldn't, like, be a sheep and just follow other people, just like this channel. I did admire, I was actually a huge fan of Jimmy, MrBeast, back in 2016, 2017, when he was coming up, where he was saying the N-word 200,000 times in one live stream, which I pretty much admire. It's funny. It is funny. And it's slop content, don't get me wrong, it's slop content, but he is where he is by doing that sort of thing, and I kind of admire the work ethic to the point that he's right now. But usually when you become big, let's just say you reach celebrity status, you'll do everything in your power, and I mean everything in your power, to maintain that sort of status, including faking videos, protecting your friends, and overall becoming a villain. It's like that quote, it's like that Reddit quote, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain. And I mean, most YouTubers who have been on the YouTube sphere for long enough turned out to be villains. Notably some in the previous months, sorry. Except PewDiePie, I think he reached his villain point, like when he said the M-word back in 2017, 2018, I can't remember which year. But after that, he kind of mellowed out. I think there's a nice silver lining right after, you know, blowing up, doing amnesia let's plays and screaming at the camera for little kids to saying the N-word on the stream, doing some Hitler things back in 2016, 2017, because that was the trend. And right after the villain arc, you just kind of move to Japan and marry your girlfriend, long-time girlfriend, have a baby. Maybe it isn't so bad after all. But just to, quit the yap, just to get to the conclusion, if you actually care about this situation, I'm just going to be real with you. I'm just going to be real. I'm going to give you the piggy pandering situation right now. You shouldn't care. You shouldn't really care. There are many things out there that are worse than the current situation is right now. And if you actually care about the whole MrBeast thing, like, I'm not talking about the Chris allegations. You should obviously care about that, but you have to understand that MrBeast as a company is a media company. They are saving face, and they'll do whatever they can to maintain that status. That's always been the case from the beginning of time to the end of time. Cease and desists are normal. Again, saving face, like, of course, is a scumbag thing to do whenever people actually have opinions, but if you want to protect your image, you have to do absolutely whatever the fuck you can to protect said image. Alright, if you guys take the time to click that little red button and like the video, that'd be much appreciated, please. I would like to yap a little bit longer, so I don't have to always work my job. Alright, thank you, goodbye.